حرزنا الحرز للمنى حبرنا هو الماجد للعلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Okay, alhamdulillah. If you don't mind sharing your name with us.
Hamza Sajid.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khairan. Seeing you going out of your way, taking time from your schedule to join us for Khuluqun Adheem, what would you say, how would you rate your experience in the class?
Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, my experience in this class was very good and I learned a lot of things and really appreciate learning the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is something that we see in the Salaf, that before they would go out to seek knowledge, they would learn akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As Imam Shafi'i says, "Ma tamma ilmun wala hilmun bila adab." The knowledge and forbearance is incomplete without adab. And even when you went to seek knowledge, his mother told him to learn adab before he learns knowledge. So that's something very important that we need to emphasize in our communities nowadays. And I really appreciate that Al-Hirz Institute is bringing this back into our communities. Alhamdulillah.
No, Jazakallah khairan. I mean, as someone who I love for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being able to spend this time with you and knowing that may Allah bless you and preserve you. I mean, someone who is trying to seek the knowledge, is on the path, do you think that this, Khuluqun Adheem and stuff, because obviously sometimes people are just like, all right, I just want to learn the fiqh, I just want to learn the lugha, I just want to learn Qira'at, I just want to learn stuff like that. Someone who Allah had blessed to be able to take path of hifz and learn the lugha and stuff like this, you think it's something to be beneficial for the tullab in today's age?
I think it's more important for the tullab, because sometimes when you're too much into the knowledge, sometimes shaitan gets a person. The person thinks he's a big faqih, learning one book. But if we look at the Salaf, and we really read their life, and then we study the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, being the best the best person to walk the earth, and he being so humble, then who are we just learning the Arabic language and not even to that level? So like, just because we can say kayfa hal or salam,
Subhanallah,
or we can say ha with proper makharij, doesn't make us anything,
Which code stuck out to you from the ones that we learned?
Honestly, I would say about patience, because we see how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was patient with the kuffar, and even in Badr, how he went through all the struggles and still he was patient. And even like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gave him the option of crushing a nation between two mountains, and he still said no. Like their generations, they might be in the forefront of Islam and renew this religion. So I would say patience really it's very important, and it really affected me.
Jazakallah khairan. I really appreciate you taking the time to share. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
Good, alhamdulillah. If you don't mind sharing your name with us.
My name is Ibrahim Ahmed.
MashaAllah. So, you've been with us, finished Khuluqun Adheem with us. Tell me about your experience.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Khuluqun Adheem was a mind-blowing experience for me. The amount of knowledge I gained, everything I learned. In the beginning, I used to think like manners, like they were not such of a big thing. Like in society, you just have to act, like there's some specific ways to act. But then in Khuluqun Adheem, I learned that what I was doing, my normal behavior was not acceptable, like in terms of what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his Khuluqun Adheem. I learned so many codes, so many different things that I have been doing wrong, and I'm so happy that inshallah after finishing this course, I will never make those mistakes again in my life.
Inshallah. Allahu Akbar.
When it comes to confidence,
that's right. So obviously we can see this class had a big impact on you, mashallah. What code would you say really did it for you?
All the codes really did it for me, but one specific code was 49 HK5 patience, because like for me, like I'm when it comes to patience, I'm not like a master in that field. Like patience, sometimes I lose my temper. If I don't like something, I lose my temper. But then and I do it sometimes very often. So I learned from Khuluqun Adheem that patience was one of the virtues of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was patient. People used to harm him. They used to do everything to him. They used to stone him. And at the same time they were doing this, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was making dua for them. So this teaches me that patience is a very big virtue in Islam, and you have to have patience to be successful in this life. And yeah, that one really did it for me.
Jazakallah khairan. Really appreciate you taking the time to share. We ask Allah to increase you in good character.
Ameen.
Ameen. Rock out.
Keep it up. That's my man. Inshallah, don't give up.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you doing? Good, alhamdulillah. If you don't mind sharing your name with all of us.
My name is Abeid.
MashaAllah, or Mu'adhin, MashaAllah. So, alhamdulillah, seeing you from the beginning of the class to the end, what would you say really stuck out from Khuluqun Adheem for you?
The things that I do naturally at home by my own character, but I improve upon them even more further, and some things that I haven't done before, I've learned from the class itself. For example, when name calling the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was just with these other people who were calling each other by the wrong things, and he just followed upon that. But then he improved himself because the ayah that was revealed.
Yeah. So what would you say when it comes to Khuluqun Adheem, from the codes that you learn, which one, obviously we talked about name calling, slandering people, stuff like that. What would you say also stuck out for something that you take home with you, improve for yourself, and share with the world, inshallah?
The third code, lowering one's voice. When I learned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be more farther from people who just speak too much and too much. I've started to stop talking to others, especially my parents. If I accidentally talk too much with them, explaining my actions, I just accept whatever they say, and I just walk away.
Jazakallah khairan. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. We ask Allah to increase you in good character, to bless your parents, and to bless your family. Allahumma ameen.
That was good.
Now, with all of us.
My name is Adil Haq.
MashaAllah. This is our Sheikh Doritos, MashaAllah. So, I just want to ask you, how has your experience been taking this class, Khuluqun Adheem, with Al-Hirz Institute? How have you liked it?
Alhamdulillah, first thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for letting me do this amazing course, mashallah. Great ustad and mashallah, really knowledgeable sheikh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve you guys. So I really enjoyed it. It taught me a lot, and not only where we sheikh only serious and we just have to do this. He also had fun with us, Sheikh Doritos. He made it us enjoy the time. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Out of the 18 codes we went over, which one would you say was really one that stuck out with you?
49 HK12 about assuming and backbiting, like the story about Umar and Abu Bakr radiallahu anh. When they just said that he's a napper, the Prophet ﷺ got so mad, and he considered that backbiting. And we do so much of this, and we don't even notice it. And this small thing was such a big sin for the Prophet ﷺ, and they immediately repented and never did that sin again. So for me, I see that, and I was I had to stop, because I do it so much and I don't consider it backbiting, but how small that was, I always repented every single time that happened. I always thought about Khuluqun Adheem.
Jazakallah khairan. Really appreciate you taking the time to share it with us. Barakallah fiqh.